Dear Helen, much gratitude to you and your team for making these insights available to us. Please, would you say something about the so-called will? It seems as though some people have strong wills. They are active and decisive and appear to achieve a lot and to overcome perceived obstacles. Other people might be described as having less strong wills or as having less willpower. They may appear more passive, less decisive, perhaps. By strengthening our will, we are considered to be more able to engage and experience a stronger sense of purpose. Yet, from what I've heard so far, this teaching does not include the element of will. Deep thanks.
Yeah, it's not a word that I use very often, will, because um, for me it always elicited a sense of someone that had to do something, willpower, and all of us. But really, our will be strong when it is the will of the self, of God, of the presence, and those obstacles will be overcome easily and even used to accelerate our spiritual growth when we have realized who we are. So, the situation you were describing, the one with the strong will who seems to achieve a lot and is somehow this unrelenting positive force in the world, is really coming from a place where there are not many thoughts in the way at all, or none, that are diminishing the manifestation of what arises. So the manifestation of whatever we want in our life is always being held back and diminished by what thoughts we're believing. And most of all, this idea that we're a separate self. And when that has stopped happening, that one will have the merest intention for something will show up in their lives because it is the intention or the desire for something that we want or something that we want to achieve is clearly recognized to be the will of God, to be the will of the divine, that they are one and the same. This unites and heals the solar plexus chakra in our subtle system by the navel, and lights a fire in there that really seems to make everything happen really quite effortlessly and joyfully. So, will is just another attribute, if you would, of the infinite self. And it will all, there'll always be a strong will when you know who you really are. Anytime there seems to be a weak will, or things don't get manifested or achieved that we want, or there seems to be an infinite number of obstacles in the way, it's simply because we're trying to do something from a sense of separation. The desire for it to happen is coming from your real self, always. But this sense of a separate self really diminishes the amount of life force we have to achieve what we want. So, hope that helps. Thanks, Anish.